Stephen A is on another press run, y'all. And
oh no.
Yeah.
He going crazy.
Crazy guy, right?
Is it good or bad clips? Because he's had like that.
You tell me.
Oh, you about to find out.
Kyrie's a good brother, man. Kyrie's a good brother. We used to butt heads because he missed work too damn much. And I'm like, yo, man, this brother's electrifying. I want to see this brother dancing on the basketball court. I don't want to hear no shit about no COVID vaccine. Get your ass on the court. I need to see you. Now, obviously, in hindsight, the brother right, because we see all the conspiracy theories that come out, and props to him for having the foresight to see that. We didn't see that at the time. And then, but you also have to understand, I'm living in a world where you got cats making 38, 40, 45 million. You got GMs and owners complaining about it. And you got billionaires looking me in the face and saying, yo, Stephen A, I took that damn vaccine. Who the hell are they not to take the vaccine? And we're living in a country where the government was imposing all of that on us. So I'm sitting there going like this. You see who Kyrie?
A lot of takeaways. Stephen A announces that he's anti-vax. Stephen A wears 2 watches.
And he in the all-white fit. Shout out to all-white. Come on.
He's been going on Club 520, Melo and the Boys platform and all this. Getting it off. That wasn't the most egregious one, but does anybody have anything to say about his now backtracking, saying that Kyrie Irving was right?
Let me just say this real quick, man. Now that we're like past COVID for real, you will actually hear people's true takes about COVID now.
Oh,
now that you can't get in trouble for saying shit, you will actually hear the truth now. So Stephen A just telling how he really felt back in the day.
We also gotta. This is why YouTube shouldn't unban those people.
Saying Kyrie
Oh, you're talking
Irving,
about the mass unban thing?
Yeah, they should not. They should do that game.
Saying Kyrie Irving is just absolutely right because of conspiracy theories. Awful take.
One of the worst takes. Okay. It gets worse. Let's get into the ball, man.
Let me get to LeBron. I don't like his not a little bit. You do not understand the links this man would go to. This dates back more than a decade. I believe he's one way publicly, he's another way privately. You know, he might not be interviewed and he might not be quoted, but the things he says and the things he has said to people, it's gotten back to me. The things that he's tried to do, if it were up to him, I wouldn't be where I am today. It's some low. The day that he rolled up on me courtside, it was the day my contract was announced, that I had stayed with ESPN. Go back and look at the camera angles. I arrived there in the first quarter. He rolled up on me in the third quarter. This is 2025. We got technology everywhere. TNT is a nationally televised game. How is it we got one angle and the only angle you see was of him and his face, but you see the back of my peanut head? I know this, but I know a thing or two about camera angles. I determine them half the time.
Yep.
Do this angle, do this angle, do that angle. This is my business.
I ask you straight up, do you think you felt set up in that moment?
Damn right I did.
You thought he had somebody out there too?
Damn right that did. Okay. Damn right. That's how I feel.
Okay.
But no big deal. No need to talk to you.
I'm sorry. My bad. We know that was from Legend of Winning. The clip. I'm being nasty.
Right. That's how I feel.
Okay.
But no big deal. No problem. Because I go on the air the next day and I'm like, that's a dad reacting to his son. Happens on a Thursday. That's a Friday. That's Saturday. Richard Jefferson is doing the game in Boston. He's still mic'd. He's working for ESPN. And we see LeBron say to him, yo, man, when he said, as a father, I had it. So I'm thinking, oh, that's not about Bronny. That's about you. Okay, let's talk about you as a father from this perspective. Oh, he ends up getting drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers. Congratulations. No problem. Oh, he ends up being there opening night. That father-son moment with Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr. in attendance. I was there at the game. Standing up, clapping, no problem. It became a problem when this brother was in the G League, and then the next day, J.J. Redick decides to bring him in the first quarter and ask him to guard Tyrese Maxey. If you could literally feel or see somebody drooling at the mouth, give me the ball. That was Tyrese Maxey. It was a nightmare. And I'm like, you can't do that to him, but you also can't do that to us. We're the media. Now you asking us not to cover the game. The last straw was not him rolling up on me on courtside. If you sat up there and said, yo, LeBron pissed off, he needs to talk to you man to man, and I was in New York, what would I do? I'd be on the next plane to LA. And then you gonna turn around and come on ESPN with Pat McAfee? You gonna come on my channel
Yo, he's
on a
really
show
bad, y'all.
that comes on after me just to dog me? Nah. And what you dogging me about? Be a man. Yo, I don't like him either. Cool. Nah, I have to protect my family. That's the narrative you playing? Yo, bro, when I tell y'all, you can't measure the level of how pissed off I have been over that. There is no level of disrespect that has ever been accorded to me in my life more so than what he did. To try to paint me as somebody who would attack somebody's family, knowing I've never done it, I can't tell you how offensive I find that.
Now, what did Melo have to say? That's the real question.
That's crazy.
Are you right? Wait, hold on.
That's crazy.
Why he still dragging this, y'all?
You know what it is? Every time he hops in the shower, he'd be like, damn, I should have said this. I should have said that.
Oh my
Ever had one of those arguments? You know what I'm saying? Every time he's driving,
To
he's
this
like,
day.
damn, I should have said this, man. Fuck. That's him every time he hops on a podcast, Mike, when he's asked this question. He gets it off. That's when he gets it off.
I'm gonna take it a step further. You want to talk about setup, Stephen A? Melo setting up LeBron. Let's really talk about it. Melo gonna have you on this platform, have you play strategically center right there with Jordan on your chest to berate LeBron. Let's talk about a real setup. How about that? That's insane. Melo, I thought you was a real friend, but instead you allow your mans to get berated like this. I would never.
But apparently, you're right.
I'll say
Right.
Stephen A has the right to believe whatever he wants to believe about it, whether he was set up, whether LeBron's a puth, whether this wasn't handled in the way it should have been handled, how he's been incorrectly framed, all that stuff. But at some point, man, he is dragging it just a wee bit. Just from the sense that the world, for the most part, has moved on. It can upset you for sure, but like everyone's moved on from it. And the only reason we still honestly even talk about or remember it is because you keep bringing it up. That's where like, it's kind of like the Drake thing in a weird way, but not worse because Drake went legally, but in his situation of just the entertainment aspect of it, he's like trying to keep the beef alive. And we kind of like have already accepted, okay, they just don't like each other. Like we put 2 and 2 together. Oh, Bron just don't like Stephen A. Oh, Stephen A just don't like Bron. I mean, hell, we may have put together a long time ago with Stephen A. Not with Bron not liking Stephen A. with all the times that Stephen A. went out there and comically talked about how he has to glaze LeBron before criticizing him. So the odds is we've been known this, but Stephen A. has ever since getting upset about it, has the right to be upset, has just constantly mentioned LeBron James's name in a way that you can tell it's more than just hoops. It's like, I genuinely don't like you. Like even, and this is gonna sound crazy, even like Skip obviously has his biases, but Skip's biases, even though obviously probably has some personal things in there, he made points that were pure hoop. Stephen A. will sit there and be like, oh, so this Henny commercial. All right, so if you play bad, I got the right to say you were drunk. All right, all right, man. All right, Stephen. What are we talking about?
Y'all ever heard that I think it's like a idiom or like an expression or saying, I don't know what to classify it as, but basically the gist of it is, every time this person tells the story about the time they went fishing, the fish gets bigger. I don't know if y'all ever heard something like that. That's literally Stephen A. in these examples and stuff like that. There's so much added to it. Put 10 on it, put 5 on it, put whatever on it. And I'm not even gonna say desperate. He seems miserable.
Yeah, he's
like
really mad.
There's like a lot of reaching that Stephen A. is doing. He did that thing on that political panel the other day where he was reaching for that. He's smiling in the face of Sean Hannity, and he got called out for that. What else did he do recently? The tap dancing that he did with Serena Williams' husband. He was weird for that. I mean, again, he's doing these press runs. I haven't showed the clip yet. He also went on the Pivot podcast. Now, mind you, he could tell these platforms I don't want to talk about that, but he knows what the bread and butter is. This is when he says LeBron handles white reporters differently than they handle me.
So this is what I've done. And so, what you see There's a different culture. That's a conversation we never get into it really about in professional sports, but primarily the NBA, where you got cats and they go at NBA players and stuff like that. Like, you bring up LeBron. You ever see LeBron go at a white boy? It's called what it is. You ever see him do that? You saw him come at me. Closest you ever came to seeing him do something like that was when he called out Brian Windhorst. What you calling out Brian Windhorst for? The man covered you since junior high school and has praised you repeatedly. And you used the Pat McAfee situation to go at him. You understand? And that's the only time you ever seen LeBron James, really go at somebody white. I'm going to call it what it is. So we understand each other. I understand a lot more. And I'll tell you, I'll divulge to my boy and his boy right here, when I did my monologue for 17 and a half, 18 minutes, the day after he decided to go on Pat McAfee's show, all right? And I said what I said and meant every syllable of what I said. Immediately after, I was informed that we won't be hearing more from him about me. That's what I thought. That's what
I'm done.
Can I ask y'all? Can I ask y'all a question? Stephen A. Smith hits the pod DMs. And I want to come on y'all platform, but only if I get to talk about LeBron for 15 minutes. Y'all saying yeah?
Yeah.
If we can give pushback, yeah. Yeah, let's talk.
Nah. No pushback. He just wants to get it off.
So I can just sit there in silence and let him yap about how he hates LeBron James.
Yeah.
And in exchange, to get a full. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Because after he leaves,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, after he leaves, we talking about it. That was kind of
Omar.
I'm about to say. I mean, I get it, but we're talking from a business yeah.
I've been outvoted. If it was majority rules.
No. Just what would your vote be? What would your vote be? I just want to know what your individual vote would be.
You are the dictator.
I really don't want to hear that shit.
Hey, and you know what? You're not outvoted. We're 50-50 because I don't want to hear it either. Anybody that is indulgent in this BS is despicable. That's why I find this crap with Melo so nasty. It's not just he went on Melo's platform to berate Stephen A. Melo premiered and previewed this. There was a graphic, Stephen A. coming to discuss the LeBron beef. This is disgusting. This is drug out. This is sad. And anybody that encourages this is sad. It's like bringing Kanye on your platform, in my opinion, at this point. That's the level this is at with delusion. He's up there with bringing Kanye on your platform.
But I think it's different with Melo because I assume Melo and LeBron are close friends. Like, we're talking about, like,
Melo cool with both of them.
Yeah, so that's why it's, like, weird for Melo to do this. But, like, if another podcast did it, I wouldn't have a problem with it. If the Pivot podcast did the exact same shit, I wouldn't have a problem.
And they did
like,
it.
Premiered and rolling out. Didn't they do it?
I see what you're saying with the. I don't know about the premiering and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's a drag to personally. I mean, I get where you're coming from. Maybe Melo specifically does apply, but I don't think anybody else letting Stephen A. get it off for whatever reason. I mean, at the end of the day, we ain't gotta play cap. He's still Stephen A. It's just a matter of I don't want to hear you talk about that shit. But yeah, but like doubling down on my point, that's not basketball, gang. Like none of that is basketball. You assuming. Like, you demanding for LeBron to clap back at white reporters, it has nothing to do with anything originally or really ever in regards to criticizing LeBron James, the basketball player, man. I get that he's kind of on this press tour to expose that LeBron's a bad person. At least that's what it seems like. But, nah, they ain't got nothing to do with nothing, dog.
I just think, like, when you talk a lot of shit, be prepared to have shit talk back to you, which... In some cases, Stephen A. like respects that notion, but there's certain cases where it's like, but I wasn't talking shit. You were though. Why are you lying? Why are you doing this?
Yeah, he can at best get off the I wasn't talking crazy about Bronny thing, but in regards to Bron not liking you, I mean, dude, I mentioned earlier, you did make a joke for a long time that you can't say anything about LeBron James because his camp is soft and or maybe he is. Yeah, no, you have too much evidence of you memeing him, which you were trying to keep it hoops, but sometimes you didn't. Even Skip kept it hoops.
We're just past. We are so past the need for him, and he's trying to make these pivots. And I just don't.
He's so close to becoming like a red pill podcaster. He wants to do it so bad. I can feel it in his bones, man. No cap.
And apparently, I listened to like Mark Lamont Hill speak on Stephen A. because he said he's known Stephen A. and stuff like that. He said, these aren't like talking points for the sake of clickbait. He probably believes these things. He knows when to put 10 on stuff. He knows when to put 10 on things, but he like these are his actual feelings. So like I just God, I'm over it.
The only thing I will say is while he can feel this way, I'm happy LeBron's been quiet. Because as entertaining as it would be for us, title thumbnail it up, and or people are just attracted to drama. I'm happy LeBron's kind of just done with it, and he's made it clear that hey, if it ain't hoops, bro, we're good. Like, don't talk about my kid again. I think Stephen A is at least respecting that because he never wanted to talk about his kid. And if they're never gonna if he's never gonna talk to me about hoops, if he's just gonna keep trying to say I'm evil or something, then ooh, scary man, I guess.